Are you somebody who's lacking the confidence? You're timid, too timid in fact, too shy to either ask that guy or girl out, who could be your dream partner, or you really want to be up on stage presenting, just like the presenters that you see before you when you're sat down in the audience. Or maybe it could be that you just aren't progressing in your career quite to the level you want to, and that's because you're just too fearful of going for that bigger promotion. They're just some scenarios, but if this is you, then do stay tuned, because in this short video I want to share with you some behavioural changes that could assist you in helping to boost your self-confidence. Interested? Hi, I'm Dolly Malik. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back time and time again. I really do appreciate all of you. And in this channel, I like to share tips, tricks, and wisdom around self-development, self-empowerment, and transformation, really as a platform for me to share with you mess-ups that I have done in order for you to kind of see the red flags faster than I did. And it could be sharing my experiences from a personal level, a corporate level, or being an international philanthropist as I am now. It could be from that, or even sharing some of my client experiences being a certified health, life and wellbeing coach. So that being said, let's move on to how we can make your self-confidence turn from timid into a superpower to get you that much faster on your self-development journey. So why is it important to have a look around your self-confidence levels? Well, as I've just alluded to, boosting your self-confidence and using it as a superpower will actually mean that you can go almost 10 times faster than where you currently are. So just imagine, if you didn't have that confidence to ask that guy or girl out, you could be actually missing out on your future soulmate. It could be the same even in a professional setting of your goal may be to be a public speaker one day, or, that ideal career position, whatever it is. But if you're too fearful or too timid to really go for it, then this video is definitely for you. And I can vouch for the different states of emotion that you may well be feeling, because when I was very young, I had parents who were very polar opposites. My father was a complete introvert and my mother was a complete extrovert. They've both passed away, but the one thing that I do really respect my late mother for was to really instill the importance of self-confidence and using it as a superpower from when I was very young. I remember she always used to worry about the fact that I was going way too much towards the introverted side, like my father, and so she used to give a lot of tasks for me to do from a very young age that pushed me out of my comfort zone in order to really boost my self-confidence in different ways, to just get out there and do things. And I do really respect her for doing that, because given that they've passed away, I wouldn't really be able to achieve as much as I have done today without that superpower of self-confidence within me. So that's a little bit about why it's so important to have self-confidence within your self-development journey. And research actually shows that it's all around not attitude as people may think around self-confidence, but it's actually the behaviours behind the attitudes that we need to look at in order to actually boost our self-confidence. So just a little bit in terms of what the difference is between attitude versus behaviour, because sometimes people do use them sort of intertwined with each other, but attitudes stem more around what your beliefs may be and your feelings, whereas in terms of your behaviours, that's more your physical actions, things that are tangible, that can be measured and analysed. Hence why changing your behaviours is so important on your self-development journey, because then you can actually track your progress to see if you're on track or not, or where you need to keep having that boost of confidence as you go along. So since we're then talking around the importance of changing behaviours, I want you to be grabbing a pad and pen, because I'm going to ask some questions along the way. This is a two-way conversation between us, and as always, I do love for you to pop your comments in the section below around your experiences. If you're willing to share your responses to the questions, that would be great. Your personal experiences. We're always here to build a community that's growing really, really nicely. So ask yourself these three important questions. Firstly, who am I? Question 2, who do I want to be? And question 3, what behaviours does the person I want to be actually exhibit? Okay, so there are 3 questions. I'm going to let you write those down and have a think about those during the course of this short video and afterwards as well, of course. And that being said, I'm going to move on to giving you some possible behavioural changes, some ideas around how we can change our behaviours towards self-confidence. So behaviour change number 1 is termed as count me in. So what exactly does that mean? If you look at the world of media of any type, whether it's film, TV, radio, you'll always notice that presenters or actors are counted into their scenes as such, their go lives, right? So in your own lives, I would recommend that you do something very similar of count yourself in. What it tends to do is it calms the nerves before you go straight towards whatever you're about to do at that particular point in time. So that is behaviour change suggestion number 1. Moving on to behaviour change suggestion number 2, and that is give yourselves 20 seconds pause. So what does this do? Giving yourself 20 seconds pause, again, it's similar to the first suggestion of it just steadies your nerves, but equally doing something for 20 seconds is just going to give you that boost of confidence of thinking, okay, 20 seconds is not too bad. Now this could be, for example, you're in a scenario in a conference room or on a conference call and you are a bit hesitant of asking a question. I've been there many a time, and whether I've been a participant on a conference call or I have actually chaired a conference call, or when I've been in a board meeting. And the thing is, sometimes it can be nerve-wracking depending on who you're reporting into. So when I used to have board meetings with the Department of Health back in the UK on a monthly basis, sometimes it could be a bit nerve-wracking in terms of the questions that you intend to ask them. So I used to go with this 20-second rule of just go for it, just give them 20 seconds of my time to see how it lands with the others. And if it lands well, then great, you've got that boost of confidence. If it hasn't quite landed that well, then never mind. No one has actually died as a result of this. I'm not likely to have got the sack as a result of this. It's worked very well when I've had to report into CEO level within my corporate world as well. So that's the thing. And in terms of even when you're asking someone out, maybe, for example, and that can take a lot of nerve and courage, right, and self-confidence. So again, just give yourselves that 20 seconds to just go up and start having that conversation with someone. And like I said, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you just walk away. It's not the end of the world. There's plenty more fish in the sea, right? So that's suggestion, that's behaviour number 2, should I say. Behaviour number 3 is celebrate other people's wins. It's incredibly important to cheer each other on no matter what, because it not only does it boost other people's self-confidence, it will indirectly boost your own self-confidence, because when that time comes for you to be on a win, you will know that those people who are genuine will be there right behind you cheering you on as well. So it's just as important in the world of self-confidence to cheer each other on. Really, really important. So that then moves on to the next behavioural change, and that is to appreciate your successes. Again, I'm going to mention some questions here for you to consider, and that is, what is your greatest achievement so far? What are you most proud of so far in life? And if you look back to 12 months prior, what have you achieved that you hadn't done back then that has boosted your self-confidence? So for me, for example, 12 months ago, looking back 12 months ago to now, I have really boosted my self-confidence in understanding the world of finance and taxation over here in India across different states. 12 months back when I was here and I'm sorting out businesses and parental family estates and things, India is a huge country and each state has its own legislation and its own laws. On top of that, we've got central government laws that I've had to get used to. So just understanding financial acronyms, the way taxation is done here, just different things. If I look back to then and my meetings with accountants and auditors and stuff to how I manage those meetings now, I'm like worlds apart, because I'm so much more confident in what I'm talking, what I'm pushing back on, especially when it comes to audits and things. Whereas before I was kind of on the back seat, and now I feel I'm much more proactive and I'm actually in the driving seat, especially when it comes to audits and things of what I think have what seem to be correct against certain laws or rules and things. So that's the importance of always looking back at your success, because ultimately when it comes to your self-confidence growing, it will always be based on where you were previously. Future elevation of self-confidence has to come from somewhere, right? So it's always important to appreciate how far you've come and to look back at that in order to keep moving forwards. And that moves me on to the last suggestion. And the last behavioural change is very similarly linked to valuing your success path. It is celebrate your wins. No matter how big or small, it's so important to celebrate your wins, because this is your journey, and no matter what, it's just so important, even from a neurological perspective, to be acknowledging and celebrating those wins, because it just means that anytime you then start pushing yourself further, your brain sees that as a marker and thinks, oh, I've done that really easily now. It's become part of me. It's intrinsic in how I am. So I can just push myself that bit further on my self-confidence journey. So there you have it. Some tips around behavioural changes to boost your self-confidence. I wish you the very best. Again, do please pop in the comment section, as always, how you found these behavioural changes. Are they things that you've already implemented? Have they worked for you? Any other suggestions that you want to make? I love gaining wisdom from the comments section as well, so it's absolutely wonderful. And thank you so much if you have already subscribed. If you haven't already done so, I would greatly appreciate you to do so. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Do please like and, as mentioned, comment in the section below and share with any others who you feel resonate with the need to boost their self-confidence. It's so important. Keep smiling, keep shining, and most importantly, keep moving forwards, because you are amazing and you need to show your full potential to be your happiest you.